However, the key and core important point that I would like to stick to tonight is the point of atheism. Is they use simple arguments and people think, wow, I've never heard this before. For example, they'll show a picture of a dead African child that's died from starvation, and his mother mourning over him, and then they'll say, where is God? Where is God for this poor African child that has died from starvation and his mother is crying and screaming for help? Suffering. Is it not obvious that this suffering in this world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed it as a reminder for us? وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. That in the verse in the Holy Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that we will test you with fear, with loss of wealth and people. And He says, and then give the good tidings to the patient ones. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He places these tests before you to bring you back to reality. That when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that we need to do amr bil ma'ruf and nahi anil munkar, in order for us, that we need to prohibit people from doing evil and enjoin people to do good, in order for us to live a happy life, we look at it and we say, yeah, but what's that got to do with a starving child in Africa? I'll tell you exactly what it has to do with a starving child in Africa. That when we sit there and we allow the small sins to go around us. Why? Because we don't understand the magnitude of the sin. We don't understand the weight of the sin. And therefore we sit back, oh yeah, that's fine, let them. You see somebody that that will listen to your word, is going to organize, for example, a wedding that is party-like, full of merrymaking and dancing, and you let it go. Or you see somebody drinking alcohol, or someone that you can say something to help them to not do this, and you don't say anything and you let it go. This has a ripple effect. This has a butterfly effect. Will it then lead to this starving child in Africa to starve? Yes. Will it then lead to somebody in another country to be tortured and killed? Yes. Most certainly. Know this for a fact, that if when you sit there and you turn a blind eye to evils that you think aren't so evil, lesser evils, as you judge them by your own mentality or your own ideas, and you count these as lesser evils, then these greater evils will be caused. Look on the other side, and we see people getting killed, and we see people starving. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created this earth and placed enough bounties on it, and there's enough blessings for everybody to live. For everybody to live and more. But instead what we do is one faction hoards all the wealth while the others starve. These starving people, they're from mine and you're doing. Nobody else's. Yes, we can easily point our fingers at the corporations and things that they do, but on a smaller scale, this is what we do. When we escape, for example, when our countries get ravaged by war and poverty and we leave our countries, how many of us go back and actually do something good in our countries? How many of us, for example, and again, I'm not speaking directly at the people that are here, I'm sure they do a lot of good, I hope no one takes offense to it, but just sees it as a reminder for us to appreciate why these things happen, for us to understand why these things happen. Part of it is for us to remember ourselves and do good. Another part is to appreciate the bounties of God, because we become complacent with our bounties. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wakes us up in the morning, that's a given. We go to sleep at night, that's a given. That's a given. We're complacent about this bounty that Allah gives us, however, that truly only the scholarly and the knowledgeable have true fear and understanding of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Rahmanallah min qara surah al-mubarak al-Fatiha wa ahda thawabaha ila arwah al-mu'minin wal-mu'minat. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.